got questions, we've got your answers. Let's talk it through. Ask an advocate, we're here for you.
Joining us today, we are starting a new segment called Ask an Advocate, where we answer some of the questions that come in over our website, over the phone, or in person. I'm Joey Metcalf. I'm joined today by Tyler and Abby.
So for our first question that we have is, how does somebody come into shelter? That's a question that I see a lot when I do public presentations and education and stuff like that. So normally we'll have somebody call in, essentially, our crisis line, our office line, or contact the Avalon Center in some way, shape, or form. Our shelter is an emergency shelter for domestic violence or sexual assault, so we do kind of have to make sure that we are hitting the note of actively fleeing from a domestic violence situation or an emergency, like a sexual assault. If there is no component for actively fleeing, then unfortunately that does not qualify you for our emergency shelter because it is an emergency shelter. But that doesn't mean that our advocacy just stops there. You can always call the Avalon Center, get options, safety plans and stuff like that. But outside of that, we'll have to qualify for the emergency shelter with the actively fleeing portion. And then we'll essentially work out a plan with whoever is calling in for that. So if we need to arrange transport, there's different options for that. If we are needing to build a safety plan and do like a time frame on when that person is going to essentially flee that situation, that's something we can do as well. But you have to essentially reach us in some form. We've had people reach out through social media, through calling our office line at 931-456-0747, but the main one that I do want to make sure that we know is our crisis line, and that one is 1-800-641-3434. That is a 24-hour line, and if you're actively fleeing, that's the line that I would tell you to call.
The next question is there an Avalon Center in our other counties? And the answer is no. Avalon Center is in Cumberland County, but we do cover 6 counties with an office in Ray County.
The next question is, I have a friend, a sister, a coworker who is in one of those relationships. What should I do? Unfortunately, this happens often, and what's important to remember is that it would be good to start by believing them and be a safe place for them to confide in you with no judgment and without trying to fix the situation yourself. We oftentimes do have people brought into our office, sometimes against their will, sometimes not knowing what we do exactly, and what we don't do is force services on anyone that doesn't want them. They do have to want to seek those services out. And every situation is unique, and we know that, and they especially know that. And so the circumstances might be difficult for them to know what to do. They might not even know that a place like us exists for resources, for free services and confidentiality. So oftentimes, to be able to safely give them our information could plant the seed for them seeking our services.
What happens if I call a crisis line? We've already touched a little bit up on this, but essentially when somebody calls in on our 24-hour crisis line, it goes to a helpline. From that helpline, the person that picked up will assess if it is a domestic violence or a sexual assault situation. Then from there, if it is domestic violence, it goes to somebody that specializes in domestic violence. If it goes to sexual assault, it goes to one of our team members that specialize in sexual assault. But you are going to reach an Avalon Center advocate. So somebody that works at the Avalon Center and works within your counties, knows the struggles of the counties and stuff like that, is going to answer. It does not matter if it's 2 o'clock at night, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Somebody is going to pick up that line that is more local and more specializes in that field.
The next question we received was, what if I'm not ready to leave my relationship? This is very understandable. Oftentimes there's a lot of reasons why someone isn't ready to leave the relationship, whether it's child custody, finances, leasing of a home. It's always unique. So what we would do is sit down with you and explore options together to get a good sense of what services would be good for you and how we could prepare and help you plan as well.
The next question is, what does the Avalon Center do? And like what Joey said before, it is free and confidential. What the Avalon Center does is we provide a certain amount of services to the survivor of domestic violence and sexual assault. When someone walks through our doors, there's an atrium with clothes, with baby food, and you don't even have to ask. You can just take what you need. With the services we actually provide, we have long-term advocacy, which if you are a survivor, you can meet with a domestic violence advocate or a sexual assault advocate. They can talk about your power and control, discuss your trauma, and ways for you to cope and ground yourself so you can better understand and better deal with that trauma. As well, if you have a child who's been a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault, there is child and youth programs that we offer that they can sign up and talk to someone about what's been going on. They can meet in school. You have to sign out a release for that, so they're allowed to. We also offer a parenting class where they can, the survivor can talk to an advocate about how they can be a better parent, how they can work through that. And as well, Joey is a court advocate. You can meet with Joey to discuss what court's going to be like, what questions are they going to ask you, so you can be better understand what's going to happen on that day. And then also the next question is, what do we need in regards to donations? And the quick, easy answer is anything and everything. But we will take canned foods, clothing, diapers, essentials like toothpaste, toothbrushes, dental floss. We have care cabinets that we stock every single week that have essentials for people who can just go and pick that up what they need and without asking questions, and they just go pick that up.
Another question that we have is, can I still get help if I choose to stay? Quick answer to that is absolutely. A big part of what we do in services, long-term advocacy, or walk-ins is to safety plan with clients. Those can be as extensive as the client wants or needs, and they can be extremely beneficial for goals for that client, for future planning, to have a plan in place if the abuse happens or starts to happen again. We understand that leaving is not always feasible for many reasons, or even easy in the first place. And so we would never deny services to someone who is choosing to stay. So these are just some of the first questions that we've received. If you're wanting to submit questions, or if you have questions that we haven't covered so far for the Ask an Advocate segments, you can go to our website, which is avaloncentertn.org. You can scroll down to the bottom where you can see a message for Ask an Advocate and send it that way. You can also reach out to us on socials, where you can submit your questions there for Ask an Advocate. Thanks for joining us today. Hopefully we will have more of these in the future and we get more questions rolling in.
You've got questions, we've got your answers. Let's talk it through. Ask an Advocate, we're here for you.